Good morning. Today's class we are going to learn micro and macroeconomics and what is the differences between micro and macroeconomics. So first see microeconomics. The prefix micro is derived from Greek word micros meaning small. So microeconomics studies the economic behavior of individual economic units and individual economic variables. The study of economic behavior of the households, firms, and industries forms the subject matter of microeconomics. So, microeconomics is concerned with economic activities of individual economic units as consumer, resource, owners, and business firms. It revolves around the interaction of consumers and producers in market. It explains how these individuals as consumer are households, as resource owners, and as producers play their part in the working of the whole economic system. Subject matter of microeconomics. Microeconomics is concerned with product market, factor market, and welfare economics. So, in product market, theory of demand, theory of production, theory of cost, theory of product pricing, and in factor marketing, microeconomics deals with theory of distribution. So, microeconomics is concerned with product market, factor market, and welfare economics. So here in product market, microeconomics deals with theory of demand, theory of production, theory of cost, theory of product pricing. Come to in factor marketing, microeconomics deals theory of distribution. Thus, microeconomics deals with the determination of product prices, determination of factor prices and their quantities in the individual markets, the allocation of resources among various firms and industries. It deals with the action and interaction of individual market products and factor markets. The microeconomics deals with the determination of product prices and their qualities in the individual markets, the allocation of resources among various firms and industries. It deals with the action and interaction of individual market products and factor markets. So, macroeconomics. What is macroeconomics? Macroeconomics deals not with the individual quantities as such, but with the aggregate of these quantities, not with individual incomes, but with national income, not with individual prices, but with price level, not with individual outputs, but with the national output. This is the definition given by Professor Baldwin. So again, macroeconomics deals not with individual quantities as such, but with aggregate of these quantities, not with individual incomes, but with national income, not with individual prices, but with the price level, not with individual outputs, but with the national outputs. So this is macroeconomics. The prefix macro is derived from the Greek word makros, meaning large. Macroeconomics is the study of the economy as a whole. Macroeconomics deals with the functioning of the economy as a whole. Subject matter of macroeconomics: theory of national income, theory of output and employment, theory of general price level, theory of economic growth, theory of international trade, theory of money. Macroeconomics deals with theory of national income, theory of output and employment, theory of economic growth, theory of international trade, theory of money. So, microeconomics, macroeconomics. Let's see some differences between micro and macro. Microeconomics deals with individual economic behavior, but macroeconomics deals with the aggregate economic behavior of the people in general. It deals with the picking of a particular commodity in an industry, but in macroeconomics deals with the general price level in the economy, national income accounting, etc. In macroeconomics, in microeconomics, price is the basic parameter of macroeconomics. But in microeconomics, income is the basic parameter of microeconomics. In microeconomics, study of microeconomics is important for resource utilization, public finance, and taking business decisions. But in macro, Study of macroeconomics is important for formulation of economic policy of the whole nation. So, microeconomics deals with the individual economic behavior, but macroeconomics deals with the aggregate economic behavior of the people in general. So, microeconomics deals with the pricing of the particular commodity in an industry. Macroeconomics deals with the general price level in the economy, national income account, etc. Microeconomics price is the basic parameter of microeconomics. Income is the basic parameter of macroeconomics. Study of microeconomics is important for resource utilization, public finance, and for taking business decision. Study of macroeconomics is important for formulation of economic policy, the whole nation. And and the concept of microeconomics are independent concept, but the concept of macroeconomics are interdependent and one another. The concepts were popularized by the famous Alfred Marshall. The macroeconomics concept famous popularized by the famous Lord J.M. Keynes. Microeconomics concepts have more theoretical value. Macroeconomic concepts have more practical value. Bottom of view of the economy is microeconomics. The down view of the economy is macroeconomics. So the concept of microeconomics are independent concept. The concept of macroeconomics are interdependent on one another. The concepts were popularized by the famous Alfred Marshall is microeconomics, and the macroeconomics concept were popularized by the famous Lord J.M. Keynes. Microeconomic concepts have more theoretical value, macroeconomic concepts have more practical value. Bottom up view of the economy is microeconomics, top down view of the economy is macroeconomics. Now, interdependent of micro and macroeconomics. So, Professor Paul A. Samuelson has applied remark there is really no opposition between micro and macroeconomics. Both are vital. You are less than half educated if you understand one while being ignorant of the other. So, macroeconomics deals with the big issues of economic life, but the entire economy is made of this part. Basic goal of both macroeconomic and macroeconomic theories is the maximization of material welfare of the people and the entire economy. So, importance of microeconomics. Functioning of the micro market economy, allocation of resources, price determination, economic efficiency, helpful in international trade, useful in business decision, formulation of economic policy. So, the importance of microeconomics is functioning of the market economy, allocation on of resources, price determination, economic efficiency, helpful in international trade, useful in business decision, formulation of economic policy. So, understanding the working of the economy, understanding the major issues facing the economy, study of national income, insight into microeconomics, useful in formulation and governance, economic policies, international comparison. So, differences between micro and macroeconomics. So, introduction, concern, differences between micro and macro, similarities between micro and macro. So, let us discuss. Microeconomics is the study of a particular market and segments of the economy. It looks at issues such as consumer behavior, individual labor markets, and the theory of firms. Macroeconomic is the study of the whole economy. It looks at aggregate variables such as aggregate demand, national output, and inflation. Concerned microeconomics. Microeconomics is concerned with supply and demand in individual markets, individual consumer behavior, for example, consumer choice theory, individual labor markets, for example, demand for labor, wage determination, externalities arising from production and consumption. So, microeconomics is concerned with supply and demand in individual markets, individual consumer behavior, example consumer choice theory, individual labor markets, example demand for labor, wage determination, externalities arising from production and consumption. Concerned macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is concerned with monetary or fiscal policy. For example, what effects does interest rates have on whole economy? Reasons for inflation and unemployment, economic growth, international trade and globalization, reasons for differences in living standards and economic growth between countries, government borrowings. Ma- Macroeconomics concerned. Macroeconomics is concerned with monetary fiscal policy. For example, what effects does interest rates have on whole economy? Reasons for inflation and unemployment, economic growth, international trade and globalization, reasons for differences in living standards and economic growth between countries, government borrowings. Moving from micro to macro. If we look at a simple supply and demand diagram for motor cars, microeconomics is concerned with issues such as the impact of an increase in demand for cars. This microeconomics analysis shows that the increased demand leads to higher price and higher quantity. Moving from micro to macro, like this. If we look at a simple supply and demand diagram for motor cars, microeconomics is concerned with issues such as the impact of an increase in demand for cars. This microeconomics analysis shows that the increased demand leads to higher price and higher quantity. Macroeconomic analysis. This looks at all goods and services produced in the economy. The macro diagram is looking at real GDP, which gross domestic product, which is the total amount of output produced in the economy instead of quantity. Instead of the price of a good, we are looking at the overall price level. For the economy, inflation measures the annual percentage change in the aggregate price level. Macro diagrams are based on the same principles as micro diagrams. We just looked at real GDP rather than quantity and inflation rather than price level. We can also consider differences between micro and macroeconomics. If economy versus whole aggregate economy, microeconomics works on principle that markets soon create equilibrium. In macroeconomics, the economy may be in state of disequilibrium for a longer period. We can also consider differences between micro and macroeconomics. I will summarize the main differences here. Small segment of economy versus whole aggregate economy. Microeconomics works on principle that markets soon create equilibrium. In macroeconomics, the economy may be in the state of disequilibrium for a longer period. There is a little debate about the basic principles of microeconomics. Macroeconomics is more contentious. There are different schools of macroeconomics offering different explanations. Macroeconomics places greater emphasis on empirical data and trying to explain it. Microeconomics trends to work from theory. Differences between microeconomic and macroeconomic. The main differences is that micro looks at small segments and macro looks at the whole economy. But there are other differences. Equilibrium, disequilibrium. Classical economic analysis assumes that makes return to equilibrium. If demand increases faster than supply, this causes price to rise and firms respond by increasing supply. For a long time, it was assumed that the macroeconomy behaved in the same way as microeconomic analysis before the 1930s. There was not really a separate branch of economics called macroeconomics. Great Depression and birth of macroeconomics. In the 1930s, economies were clearly not in equilibrium. There was high unemployment Output was below capacity, and there was a state of equal disequilibrium. Classical economics did not really have an explanation of this equilibrium, which from a micro perspective should not occur. In 1936, J.M. Keynes produced his The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. This examined why the depression was rising so long. It examined why we can be in a state of disequilibrium in the macroeconomy. Keynes observed that we can have a negative output gap for a prolonged time. In other words, microeconomic principles of market clearing did not necessarily apply to macroeconomics. Keynes was not the only economist to investigate this new branch of economics. For example, Levin Fisher examined the role of debt deflation in explaining the Great Depression, but Keynes' theory was the most wide ranging explanation and played a large role in creating a new branch of macroeconomics. Since 1936, macroeconomics developed as a separate strand within economics. There have been competing explanations for issues such as inflation, recessions, and economic growth. Similarities between microeconomics and macroeconomics. Although it is convenient to split up economics into two branches, microeconomics and macroeconomics, it is to some extent an artificial divide. Micro principles used in macroeconomics. If you study impact of devaluation, you are likely to use same economic principles such as the elasticity of demand to change in price. Micro affects macroeconomics and vice versa. If we see a rise in oil prices, this will have a significant impact on cost push inflation. If technology reduces cost, this enables faster economic growth. Blurring of distinction. If house price rise, this is a microeconomic effect for housing market. But housing market is so influential that it could also be considered a macroeconomic variable and will influence monetary policy. There have been efforts to use computer models of household behavior to predict impact on macroeconomy. In modern times, the study of economics has been divided into two branches, micro and macroeconomics. The terms microeconomics and macroeconomics were first used in economics by a Norwegian economist Ragnar Frisch in 1933. After Professor Frisch, the terms earned popularity when J.M. Keynes clearly distinguished between the terms through his and Money published in 1936. And now the terms are being used in economics by the economists all over the world. The word microeconomics is formed by the two words micro plus economics. The words micro seems to have been derived from Greek word micros. In Greek language, micros means small. Therefore, microeconomics refers to the study of small individual units of the economy. In other words, microeconomics deals with the analysis of small individual units of the economy, such as individual consumers, individual firms, and small aggregate or groups of individual units, that is output of particular goods and services produced by single firms or industries, particular households, individual prices of goods and services, individual wages, incomes, and etc. In this regard, K.E. Boulding has given a definition as microeconomics is the study of particular firm, particular household, individual price, wage, income, industry, and particular commodity. Thus, microeconomics is the study which seeks to explain how a consumer uses his limited income in a various goods and services, how to maximize his satisfaction. Similarly, it also seeks to explain how a firm decides what, how, and for whom to produce. This is how microeconomics studies small economic units and their hard behavior, but not economy as a whole. Microeconomics is concerned with the issues like how a firm determines the sales prices of its products, what amount of output will maximize its profit, how a firm determines the lowest cost combinations of different factors of production, how the individual consumer determines the distribution of his or her spending on various goods and services so as to maximize satisfaction, how the prices of individual factors of production are determined, how the prices of individual factors of production are determined, how a firm or an industry allocates limited resources for the production of different goods and services, etc. This way, microeconomics studied small parts of an economic body but not the economy as a whole.